Hello and welcome back to PGSN. I am Boston Harding, joined here with
Coleman Keel.
And we are here for the girls volleyball 5A Pleasant Grove Vikings versus the Skyridge Falcons today. Pleasant Grove going into this matchup 1-4 on the season, while the Falcons come into it 4-0. As starting now, we will be introducing both of the lineups. Starting with Pleasant Grove. Looking over some of the past games for both teams now. Starting with Skyridge 4-0, sweeping Bingham on the 12th. On the 14th, also sweeping Ridgeline. And then the 19th, almost sweeping Orem, winning 3-1. And then sweeping Salem Hills on the 21st, 3-0. And then going against the Vikings today, as the Vikings start 1-4, first game being swept by Corner Canyon on the 13th. The 15th barely pulling out a win 3-2 against Faith Lutheran. And then against Marymount on the 16th, getting swept 3-0. And then the 16th as well, getting beat out 3-1 against Desert Hills. And then just last week, the 21st, getting swept by Lone Peak.
And all teams go through rough patches, but losing 4 in a row can be demoralizing. It's going to be interesting to see how the Vikings bounce back today and to see if the Falcons can keep it rolling.
Coming from a second placing state team, last year for the Vikings has been a very rough start for them, losing a lot of talent on the senior side, bringing in a lot more young people this year. Still having a couple returning. One of the main ones right now on the court, number 13, Caitlin Stalder, being one of the best servers of all Utah, as she had aces in the 40s last year, as first serve made by her, barely makes it over. Molly Mitchell with the kill. 1-0 to the Vikings to lead it. Caitlin Salter at the line again. Cannot make it over, just hitting the top of the net, and brings it back to tie it 1-1. To the line for the Falcons, first serve, number 8, Lily Grant. Received by the Vikings. Brought back over by Towell Peterson. Outside. Small tap over, barely saved. Another wide tap over. Molly Mitchell, number 7, again with the kill.
Powerful spike by
Molly Mitchell.
Molly Mitchell. I was going to say it, and then I second-guessed myself, and I would have been right.
Dixie Warner, now number 19, to the line for the Vikings as they lead by 1 at the start of the first set. Brings it over and received by the Falcons. Brought back over, hard hit, but just up and out. Vikings now lead by 2. As we have seen last week against Lone Peak, Dixie Warner also a great server for the Vikings, potentially a contender against Caitlin Stalder for the most aces on the team. And she is only a sophomore, so we'll see how that develops later on into the season and into her next 2 years of high school. As Falcon number 10, Kylie Boutars with the kill there to bring it 2-3. Kylie with the serve as well. Not being able to be brought over by the Vikings. Number 17, Lexi Brown hits it off to the left side. Kylie Boutars to the line again. Miscommunication there from Caitlin Salter, and Lexi Brown gets the Falcons ace to bring them the lead now 4-3. Kylie brings it over, diving save by Towell Peterson, and smacked out of bounds from Lexi Brown.
Would have been deadly had it stayed in the lines.
Boutars brings it over. Brought back over from Towell Peterson, barely saved from the Falcons. Molly Mitchell gets the kill. That brings it to a 1-point deficit to the Vikings, 5-4.
Both teams are showing great resilience. There's been at least 3 times on either side where it's looked like the point was going to go to the other team, and they've both fought back and got it for themselves.
Towell with the serve. White tap over, hit the net. I could not see who that was on, but hit the net. Viking point to bring the game to a tie, 5-5.
I believe they called it on Lily Lundberg.
As that serve from Towell Peterson goes up and out, brings a Falcon point. Etzel Slaney for the serve. Smacked over from Lexi Brown, but deflected by by the Falcons, number 2, Hayden Smith. Estelle Slaney with the serve again. Received by Caitlin Stalder, but goes flying into the stands for a Falcons ace. Vikings take their first timeout of the first set in the 3-point deficit, 8-5. Coming back after the timeout, let's take a look at the roster for the Vikings. We have number 18, Marley McCandles, number 7, Molly Mitchell, number 11, Towell Peterson, number 19, Dixie Warner, number 13, Caitlin Stalder, and number 17, Lexi Brown. Vikings now in the 4-point deficit, 9-5. And a dump from number 7, Molly Mitchell, now makes it 9-6.
Well executed by Molly Mitchell. Caught Skyridge coming up to try to block the spike and hit it right over their heads.
Brings Molly Mitchell to the back of the line. Brings it over and received. Hard smack tipped. Received by Towell Peterson. Lexi Brown brings it over. Another hard smack, that one just outside. Brings another Vikings point. Molly Mitchell comes back to the line. Received from the Falcons. Hard smacked. Towell Peterson hits it back into the stands. That will bring the Falcons into double digits, leading by 3, 10-7. Hayden Smith, number 2, to the line for the Falcons. Brought over from Lexi Brown. Off of the hands of number 18, Marley McCandles, as well as number 44, Tatum Nelson, to bring another Skyridge point. Hayden Smith comes back to the line. Brings it over, received by Towell Peterson. Lexi Brown with a hard spike, received from the Falcons. Tatum Nelson, number 44, with the block. Take a replay to that. Crazy hard hit from Lexi Brown. Brought back over, attempted to be brought back over from the Falcons, denied from Tatum Nelson. Marley McCandles with the serve. Hard hit from Lexi Brown to get the kill. Pleasant Grove gaining some ground here now, 11-8. Marley back to the line. Brought back over from Skyridge. Miscommunication on Pleasant Grove's end. Towell Peterson cannot make the diving save. Skyridge with the serve. Received from Caitlin Stalder. Brought over from Lexi Brown, tipped off of the fingertips of Kylie Boutarge, goes back to the stands. That one will push Pleasant Grove into double digits now, trailing by 2, 12-10. Lexi Brown on the line. That one goes up and out by 2 feet, now 13-10. Falcons with the serve again. Barely saved from Pleasant Grove. Crazy hard hit from Kylie Boutarge, number 10, unable to be received from the Vikings. That will push the Falcons' lead by 4. Brought over from Towell Peterson. That one goes up and out just barely on the right side corner. Now coming to the line for the Vikings, number 13, Caitlin Stalder. Kylie Boutarge with the hard hit. That one tipped off of Caitlin Stalder, goes out of bounds for a Falcon point. Number 8 comes to the line, Lily Grant for the Falcons. Number 1, Addie Pace gets the kill. Gets a tip off of the Falcons' fingers, goes out of bounds. Dixie Warner, number 19, the sophomore, comes to the line. Barely received from the Falcons. Kylie Boutarge with the amazingly hard strike towards Dixie Warner. Falcons and the Vikings going back and forth here. Falcons retaining their 16-12 lead. Hard hit from number 7, Molly Mitchell, tipped off of the Falcons' hands. Brings another Vikings point.
There's been some great moments for both teams, but the Vikings just haven't been able to string enough of them together to catch up to the Skyridge lead.
Towell Peterson to the line. Brings it over and received from the Falcons. Brought over and up and out on the back line. Towell Peterson comes back to the line, now 16-14. Quick hit over, tipped off of the hands of Molly Mitchell. Brought over from Lexi Brown, tipped from the Falcons, number 27, Lily Lundberg. Now brings it to a 1-point match, 16-15 to the Falcons. Peterson comes to the line a third time. That one goes back to the fishing table for a Vikings ace. Peterson to the line again. Received by the Falcons. Brought back over. Lexi Brown gets denied. Number 27, Lily Lundberg, as well as number 2, Hayden Smith.
was a great setup. The Skyridge defense was just prepared for it.
Skyridge brings it over. White tap over from Molly Mitchell. Hayden Smith, number 2, touching, or sorry. I could not see what call was made. Ends up in a Falcons point. Blocked by the Vikings, brought out of bounds for another Falcon point. Pleasant Grove takes their second timeout in the deficit, 19-16. Coming back from the Vikings timeout, still in the deficit, 19-16, as we're entering the end of the first set. At the line now, Estelle Swaney, number 12, the libero for the Skyridge Falcons. Received by Caitlin Stalder, hit over by Molly Mitchell. Caitlin Stalder cannot make the play, gets a hand to it, but goes backwards, brings the Falcons into the 20s, now 20-16.
That was a great spot on the spike by Skyridge. Put it in just the right spot where she had to try to get it, but didn't put it so close that she could get it.
Falcons ace, as that cannot be recovered by Caitlin Stalder, goes into the Pleasant Grove sideline. Estelle Swaney back to the line. Brought over in 1. To the outside, Lexi Brown gets denied. Caitlin Stalder almost makes the save, but goes out of bounds. That will bring Falcons into 3 points within the match. Estelle Swaney brings it over. Rides the edge. To the outside, Lexi Brown. Estelle Swaney smashes that one into the Falcons student section. Now 22-17 to the Falcons. Molly Mitchell with the serve. Tatum Nelson brings it over with the left hand. Not able to be recovered from the Falcons.
The serve for the Vikings. Great attempt on the spike by Tatum Nelson and Lexi Brown, but Skyridge was just too prepared for it and set up a block by the time the ball got there. There's Hayden Smith to the line for Skyridge on the serve. Tatum Nelson with a powerful spike that barely gets returned by Skyridge. And it's hit 4 times by the Vikings for a Skyridge point. Brings them 1 away from winning the set, 24-18. Spike by number 17, Lexi Brown, lands on the Skyridge side and is a point for the Vikings, bringing their deficit down to 5, 19-24. Lands on the Viking side and is the final Skyridge point to decide the set. One set to none for Skyridge.
Lily Grant with the serve for the Falcons to start the second set. Number 1, Addie Pace gets the kill on the left side, just past Skyridge defenders. Brings 1-0 to the Vikings on the second set. Caitlin Stalder to the line, number 13. Calling formation on the Falcons there brings a Vikings point, now leading 2-0. Caitlin serve barely being able to be saved. Tyrell Peterson brings it over, knocked back into the stands. Vikings start off hot, 3-0. Caitlin Stalder back to the line. Received by the Falcons. Brought over by Addie Pace. Hard spike. Cannot make it over, just barely from number 11, Tyrell Peterson. I have just realized that I've been saying the wrong name this entire match. I've been saying Tyrell Peterson when it's Marley Vieja. I apologize deeply. That one is... that one's embarrassing. Falcons now bring it 2-3. As number 10, Kylie Boutars comes to the line for Skyridge.
This alignment brought to you by Kylie.
As referee calling for time as issue with the net, one of the poles came loose. Repeat of the serve, still number 10, Kylie Boutars. Received by Caitlin Stalder. Number 7, Molly Mitchell with the attempt there, cannot make it over the net. Brings a tie set, 3-3. Brought over by Kylie, received by Lexi Brown. Marley brings it over, but barely. Received by number 18, Marley McCandles, but goes out of bounds for a Falcons point, now giving them the lead 4-3. Brought over in one by Marley Vieja, hard smacked and punished by the Falcons to give them the 2-point lead. Kylie Boutars back to the line. Going back and tipped from Lexi Brown, number 17, to bring a Falcons ace. Pleasant Grove losing some ground here. Brought over by Marley, but denied by number 2, Hayden Smith, and number 27, Lily Lundberg. Now makes it 7-3. As Vikings bring in number 24, Olivia Marsh. Olivia bringing it over. Received by the Falcons. Out to the back corner. Addie Pace bringing it out and cannot make the diving save. Number 12, Estelle Slaney, almost getting there with the layout. Brings a Vikings point after a drought, now 7-4. Dixie Warner, number 19, comes to the line for the Vikings. Whiteley tapped over but denied. Number 18, Marley McCandles, getting the block there. Now brings it within 2 points, 7-5. Dixie Warner brings it over. Hard smack from Hayden Smith, deflected by the Vikings down into their own side of the net, brings a Falcons point. Molly Mitchell brings it back over, tipped by the Falcons. Blocked. Blocked again, but tipped out of bounds, brings a Falcons point. What a rally. Estelle Slaney comes back to the line. Received by Lexi Brown. Dixie Warner brings it. Olivia Marsh brings it back over. That one out to the top left corner, barely gets in. As Falcons will get to their double digits, now 10-5. Marley Vieja, number 11, coming in for Olivia Marsh. Serve received by Caitlin Stalter. Quick hit over from Molly Mitchell, brings a Vikings point after Estelle Slaney cannot make the play and puts the ball behind her. Marley Vieja with the serve. Whiff there from the Falcons. Don't know if that was intentional. Lexi Brown hit one up and over. Brings a Falcons point, now leading by 5, 11-6.
Brought over by number 18, point for the Vikings. Bringing it 11-8, Skyridge. Oh. Skyridge not able to return. The score is now 11-8. Skyridge. Served by Molly Mitchell. Point for the Vikings.
Brings an ace for the Vikings, now 11-9. Molly Mitchell back to the line. Received by Kylie Boutars. Brought over from the Vikings, denied by Tatum Nelson. Going out to the left side, just barely called by the official, overturned, brings a Vikings point. Number 17, Alexi Brown gets the kill. puts the Vikings into double digits, now 11-10. Molly Mitchell back to the line, received by Kylie Boutars. Denied by Tatum Nelson, and Marley McCandles denied again, but barely hit out of bounds there. Great double play from Marley McCandles and number 44, Tatum Nelson. Skyridge now leads by 2, 12-10. Serve from Skyridge, unable to make it over from number 16, who is unlisted on Max Preps. Addie Pace coming in for number 19, Dixie Warner. As Marley McCandles comes to the line for the Vikings, and the 1-point difference, 11-12. Kylie Boutars brings it over, denied by Tatum Nelson. Again, unable to be received from number 18, Marley McCandles. Now 2 points to the Skyridge Falcons, 13-11. Skyridge brings it over. Addie Pace up and over into the stands. Number 4 with the serve for the Falcons, barely makes it over, brings a Falcons ace. Now 11-15. Serve is received by Lexi Brown, brought over from Tatum Nelson. Kylie Boutars off the face of Addie Pace. I have no words for that play. Vikings in the 3-point deficit, 15-12. Hard smack that tipped off the hands of Marley McCandles brings a Falcons point. Now 16-12. Lily Grant to the line. Barely received by Lexi Brown. Marley Vieja goes up. Almost saved from the Falcons there. That was a close one.
Tatum Nelson coming out for number 11. Number 11 going in.
Marley Vieja.
Yeah.
Got you there. Blocked by Marley Vieja as well. On the move, off 1 foot. Caitlin Stalter to the line. Kylie Boutars deflected off of Addie Pace and Molly Mitchell. Marley unable to get there. Kylie Boutars to the back of the line for the Falcons. Skyridge with the 3-point lead on the Vikings. Brought over by Marley, tipped from the Falcons. Hits the pole on her way down. As Vikings challenging the pole call, I believe the flag person said that it did not. As they overturn it, or sorry, don't overturn it towards the Skyridge Falcons, now makes it 18-14. Kylie Boutars with the serve. Barely brought over by Molly Mitchell. What an offhand play. Marley brings it back over, up and out. Now makes it 18-14. Kylie to the line again. Received by Caitlin Stalder. Brought over from Molly Mitchell, goes to the outside, brings it back. Off of the hands of Lexi Brown, what a play. Vikings take a timeout, down by 5, 19-14. What a save there from the Falcons. Coming back from the 1-minute timeout from Pleasant Grove. Kylie Boutars brings it over with the serve. Addie Pace barely bringing it over and one. Marley Villa to the outside, gets denied by Hayden Smith and Lilia Lundberg, number 27 and number 2. That brings the Falcons into the 20. Kylie Boutars brings it over with the serve. Addie Pace. Interesting play starting off. Hard smack from Molly Mitchell, gets deflected. Received by Caitlin Stalder, brought over by Marley Vieja. Kylie Boutars is there. Denied. Ball hits the pole on the way down. Unfortunate for Pleasant Grove there. What a block. Barely doesn't make it over. Or did make it over. Barely snags the pole on its way down.
Olivia Marsh going in for Marley Vieja.
Kylie Boutars with the serve. Miscommunication there from Pleasant Grove. Molly Mitchell unable to receive the serve for an ace for Kylie Boutars. Pleasant Grove taking their second timeout of the second set. Falcons within 3 points of taking the win of the second set. As we continue now, Kylie Boutars on a run with the serve. Falcons playing amazingly in the second set on a huge run. That one up and out. Caitlin Salter drops to the ground to let it go over. Brings a Vikings point after a long stretch of not getting one. Bringing in number 19, Dixie Warner for number 1, Addie Pace. Dixie Warner brings it over to the left side. Hard smack right towards Caitlin Stalder at her ankles. Unable to make the play. Falcons now lead by 8, 23-15. Estelle Swain at the line, received by Dixie Warner. Olivia Marsh brings it over but goes up and out to the top left corner, bringing match point to the Falcons. Vikings in some deep trouble here. Match point down by 9. Estelle Swain brings it over. Molly Mitchell, light tap over, goes to the middle. Tipped from Pleasant Grove. Dixie Warner with the save over her head. Olivia Marsh brings it over, gets the kill. A little bit of confusion on the PG side between Caitlin Stalder and Tatum Nelson. Olivia Marsh to the line. Denied by Molly Mitchell and Marley McCandles. Now 24-17. Olivia Marsh barely makes it over. Cannot make the save. Gets a Vikings ace. Vikings now in the 6-point deficit. Olivia Marsh to the line again. That one goes up and over. Will bring the end of the second set. Vikings on a bit of a struggle here, not able to make it into the 20s yet, losing the first set 25-19, and just barely losing the second 18-25. Pleasant Grove really looking to be more offensively dominant here, as we do have some great defensive capabilities, but it hasn't been enough for the likes of number 16 on the Skyridge Falcons, who has been a great force, who unfortunately is not listed on Max Preps, so we are unable to say their name, which I apologize. And we do not have a roster from the team. We will get working on that in future games though, I promise. But Vikings really need to pull some off in the third, hopefully not getting swept here, trying to break the Skyridge 4-0 record, bring them their first loss of the season, and hopefully go back on a track and gain a couple more wins to even out their record and potentially end up with a winning record later on into the season, looking at a glimpse hope of the state tournament as of right now. Again, Pleasant Grove really just needs to pull something off to start it hot in the third. Now coming into the start of the third, looking at the Vikings lineup. At the server position to start, number 13, Caitlin Stalder. And then number 17, Lexi Brown. Number 18, Marley McCandles. Number 1, Addie Pace. Whoa, sorry about that. Number 7, Molly Mitchell. And I believe that is number 11, Marley Vieja on the right side. Now to the start of the third. First serve received by Kylie Boutars, number 10. Brought over, received by Lexi Brown. Addie Pace brings it back to the back line, barely staying in, bringing the first point to the Vikings. And like the second set, we saw the Vikings start off hot, going 3-0 for the first points, but ended up not working out for them. What a save from the Falcons there, getting juggled between, as that one goes to the back corner from number 1, Addie Pace. What a play. Caitlin Stalder back to the line, up 2-0. Hard smack from number 10, Kylie Boutars. Hit, I believe, Lexi Brown, number 17, or was that number 13, Caitlin Stalder. Brings it back to the bleachers, brings it now 2-1 to the Vikings. Addie Pace puts it over. Blocked by Molly Mitchell. Barely being able to be brought over. Vikings put it over in 1. Crazy save there from Caitlin Stalder. Almost makes it again, but barely out of the reach of Addie Pace on the second hit. Now brings a tie set 2-2. Number 8, Lily Grant to the line for the Skyridge Falcons. As a foot fault called on the Falcons, brings a Vikings point.
Number 19 comes back to the line for the Vikings on the serve.
Dixie Warner puts it over. To the outside, tipped off Addie Pace. Molly Mitchell, light tap over. Blocked by Addie Pace, cannot make the play for the Falcons. Gives Vikings the lead, now 4-2.
Both teams are showing to be quite resilient during this set. Earlier there was the save by the Falcons that looked like it was for sure going to be a Viking point, and they got it over. And it's just been going back and forth on impressive saves.
Brought over from the Falcons to the outside, Addie Pace. Barely being able to be brought over. What a save. Molly Mitchell, hard smack, goes to the right off the hands of Estelle Slaney. Brings another Vikings point. Dixie Warner back at work. Received by Kylie Boutar. Hard smack, unable to be received by Lexi Brown. Number 2, Hayden Smith with the kill for the Falcons. Kylie Boutars with the serve. Hits the pole, brings a Vikings point. Now makes it 6-3.
Now the serve for the Vikings.
As calling a hand on the net there from number 8, Lily Grant, I believe.
Sends Addie Pace back to the line for another serve.
Barely able to make it over. Hit by number 27, Lily Lundberg, puts it out to the back for a Vikings ace.
Takes the Viking advantage up to 5 with the score of 8-3.
Addie Pace brings it back. Hard smack from number 2, Hayden Smith, unable to be received from Lexi Brown, number 17. Lily Lundberg, number 27, with the serve. Received by Addie Pace. Brought over out to the right side from number 17, Lexi Brown.
Number 27 for the Falcons, Lily Lundberg, brings it back to the line for serve. It's it over the net.
Molly Mitchell with a quick hit, gets denied from number 16 on the Falcons. Brings it to a 2-point lead for the Vikings, 8-6.
Lily Lundberg back for another serve.
Received by Caitlin Stalder. To the left side, out to the right from number 17, Lexi Brown. Falcons bring it to a 1-point difference.
Lily Lundberg with the chance to tie it.
Dixie Warner with the save there, unable to be brought over from Lexi Brown. Gets the tie, now 8-8. As Lexi Brown struggling the past couple of points.
Lily Lundberg with the serve to try to give the Falcons the advantage.
Barely makes it over the net, what a save. Barely brought over, but out of bounds on the right side. Gives the Falcons the lead, 9-8.
Here comes number 11, Marley Vieja for the Vikings. Number 27, Lily Lundberg to serve for the Falcons. Sit over the net. Returned by number 13, Caitlin Salder. Hard hit by number 7, Molly Mitchell. Ties it up for the Vikings, making the score 9-9. Vikings to serve. Number 7, Molly Mitchell. Sit over the net.
Received by Kylie Boutars to the outside. Blocked, goes into the official's arms. Number 2, Hayden Smith gets the point for the Falcons there.
Number 22, Kiara Bassett for the Falcons, bringing it back for serve.
And coming onto the court for the Falcons, number 44, Presley Stevens, who we have yet to see. Serve received by Caitlin Stalder. Hard smack from Tatum. Brings it back in 1. To the left side, received by Caitlin. Lexi Brown tipped off the hands. Middle, up and out, just barely. Caitlin Stalder being very happy that she missed that one there. Ties it up now 10-10. Vikings and the Falcons going back and forth on this set. Sorry to interrupt you there. Number 18, trying to remember. Marley McCandles, there we go with the serve. Tipped out of bounds from the Falcons, brings a Vikings point. Marley Vieja, number 11, getting the point for the Vikings to bring them the lead.
Sends Marley back to the line for another serve. Gets it over the net.
Hard smack cannot be received by the Vikings. Number 14, Kaylin Bishop.
Number 16 for the Falcons, set to serve, who is also not listed on Max Preps.
Received by Kaylin Bishop. Hit over from Tatum Nelson. Barely in on the right side. Gets the kill.
Number 17 for the Vikings, Lexi Brown, goes back to serve. Received by number 13, Emma White for the Falcons. Hard hit by Kylie Batars gives the Falcons the point and ties the score at 12. Number 12, Estelle Slaney, the libero, goes back to serve for the Falcons. Received by the Vikings. Hit by, I don't know names anymore.
Marley Vieja there. Caitlin Salter unable to make the play. Almost goes into the hands of, I believe that was Marley McCandles on the left side.
Estelle Slaney back to the line again for the Falcons on the serve. Received by Caitlin Salter.
Addie Pace bringing it over, hits the net on its way over, gets the kill for the Vikings, tying it 13-13.
Number 13 for the Vikings, Caitlin Stalder, goes back to serve. Into the net, point for the Falcons. Number 8, Lily Grant, checks into the game and goes back to serve for the Falcons.
Received by Addie Pace, brought over by her as well. That one goes up and out into the stands. Hits a plate on the way down, spills some food.
Lily Grant back again for the Falcons to serve.
Received by Caitlin Stalder. Addie Pace gets stuffed, but back into the Falcons' own side. Vikings now trail by 1 with the serve, 15-14.
Number 19, Marley McCandles back to serve for the Vikings.
Number 19, Dixie Warner.
Dixie Warner, correction. It's it over the net.
Hard smack over, tipped off the hands of Molly Mitchell. Number 27, Lily Lundberg getting the point there.
Number 10, Kylie Batars back to serve for the Falcons. It's it over the net, returned by Caitlin Stalder.
Molly Mitchell with a quick serve, the quick spike, blocked from the Falcons, almost being able to be received from the Vikings. Just barely not able to get there though. Makes it a 3-point match, 17-14. As Vikings take the first timeout of the third set in the deficit by 3. Number 10, Kylie Boutars comes to the line after the timeout from the Vikings. Miscommunication from the Vikings between Lexi Brown and Caitlin Stalter brings a Falcons ace from open space.
Served by Kylie Boutars. Hits the net. He's not able to be returned by the Vikings for another Skyridge ace. Makes the score 19-14 for the home squad. Kylie Boutars back to serve again. It's it over the net, returned by
Marley Vieira. Hard smack from Addie Pace, gets received, brought back over, back at it again. Off of the hands of Marley Vieira, brings Skyridge to 20, Pleasant Grove 14. Kylie Boutars' serve unable to make it over the net, brings a Vikings point, now trailing by 5. Addie Pace, number 1, but to the back of the line for the serve. Received by Slaney. Tap over from Lily Lundberg gives Falcons the point, now 21-15. Lily Lundberg with the serve gets another Falcons ace.
Falcons 3 points away from winning the whole thing.
Vikings take their second time out. Closing in on the end of the third set, Vikings trail by 7. Falcons 3 away from taking the match. Starting at the line, number 27, Lily Lundberg for the Skyridge Falcons. Received by Marley Vieira. Brought over from Molly Mitchell, number 7. Tipped off of Skyridge hands, stays inbounds for a Vikings point. Molly Mitchell with the serve, received by Kylie Boutars. Hit over, returned from Molly Mitchell. Unable to make the play, number 14, Kylie Bishop. Kylin Bishop, sorry.
Well-placed spike by the Falcons, exactly where nobody was.
Kira Bassett, number 22, with the serve, cannot make it over. Falcons 2 points away from getting the win, keeping their lossless record. Pleasant Grove's 18, Marlene McCandles with the serve. Kaylin Bishop unable to make the play again, brings Falcons to 1 point of the match. Falcons serve number 13, Emma White.
Trying to give the Falcons the victory.
Barely received from Lexi Brown. Brings it over as well, gets blocked. That stays inbounds just barely, giving Skyridge the point, set, match. Vikings take the loss here, brings them 1-5. Takes another loss as Skyridge retains their perfect record, 5-0 now, sweeping the Pleasant Grove Vikings. 19-25 in the first set, 18-25 in the second, taking the third 25-17. Skyridge being dominant on both sides of the court, offensively and defensively. Pleasant Grove obviously struggling in these last couple of games, needing to figure something out, or else it's going to be a rough season for the Vikings, especially coming off of a second place in state last year, only losing to Lone Peak, having only, I believe it was like 4 losses on the record, already exceeding that within the first 6 games for their season, taking a big toll. We will see how they pop out on the 28th on Thursday against Springville, being a home game for the Vikings, hopefully trying to gain their second win of the season, as Syracuse playing on Thursday as well, going against Syracuse, trying to retain that perfect record and hopefully go crazy the rest of the season, looking amazing for Skyridge, so keep an eye on them this season. As this has been PGSN, I'm Boston Harding here with
Coleman Keel.
And we will see you on Thursday with girls volleyball, 6:30 against Springville.